This week on our free preview here on YouTube, join us as we take a look at generative AI and could it be the next productivity frontier for your business? But for now, sit back, relax, and join us as we take you through the numbers. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lyndsay.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Great. We did a couple pre-recordings, so we haven't been in front of each other in a little bit.
We haven't. I missed you.
I know, I missed you too. Did you have a good vacation?
I did. It was nice to catch up a little bit. Kind of check out from the news. Luckily, it wasn't a super heavy week. Some inflation numbers, nothing we really need to go through. Really, it's nice in these very, let's call them volatile times, that we just had a week of kind of consistent news flow.
Yeah, who would have thought that would be like the baseline for a good week?
That was my vacation.
That was your vacation.
Yeah.
While you were gone, I traveled for work.
You did?
Yes, I went out to Arizona and I got to see Alan's last presentation.
Oh my goodness.
Which was such an honor.
How special.
It happened to be at my client, so that's why I was. I'm not the favorite. It just happened to be my client. But while I was out in Arizona, I got to do something really cool.
Okay.
I took a driverless taxi.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. What are those called? Like Wavos or something like? I don't know. I'm probably saying that completely
so it was
wrong.
Fully self-driving.
Yes.
There was no human operator.
There was no human operator. And I was in there with Alan and his son, Joe, and we were chatting. And every once in a while, I totally forgot that there was nobody physically driving the car until I looked out of the corner of my eye and the steering wheel's going, but there's obviously.
So is there a seat like where someone could sit?
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
So yeah, it was an interesting experience, a little nerve-wracking, but we didn't take it too far.
Okay, good. And it all went smoothly, I'm assuming.
Yes,
okay.
it really did. It was really quite the treat. So thank you, Arizona, for providing.
I had no idea those were operational.
I didn't either, but Joe, being the IT guy that he is, always seems to find these unique new adventures that to go on. Let's just put it that way. So instead of, I took a Lyft to dinner.
Right.
And then Joe was like, no, this is how we're getting back.
Wow. It's funny. I like to joke that I'm a geriatric millennial because
I say the same.
I'm just not up on all of these new tech things. And so the article that we're getting into today, first of all, this is a great transition into it, but it made me do a lot of digging and a lot of almost soul searching to some of these.
Economic soul searching.
A little bit about.
You just admitted that economists have souls.
Ooh.
That might be a first for in here. But yeah, this first headline that we're going over today is exactly why I wanted to share that about the car, because it's just AI is really taking over.
Right.
One driving vehicle at a time. And this first headline is the economic potential of generative AI, the next productivity frontier. So in summary, the article discusses that the potential generative AI could add up to $4.4 trillion annually to the global economy across 63 use cases. The technology is poised to reshape productivity and knowledge work across various industries and business functions, including sales, marketing, and customer operations. Rapid advancements in generative AI, such as the release of GPT-4 and Google's PaLM, I hope I'm saying that correctly, PaLM 2, are driving significant economic impacts in transforming the business landscape.
Yes.
So really, I felt the same way about this article. It's very much over my head. So I'm going to do my best to ask questions that I'm asking. Hopefully that means other people are asking them as well. So the article states that generative AI's impact on productivity could add trillions of dollars in value to the global economy.
Trillions. With a T. That is a huge number. Now, I guess we should acknowledge, right? These are all estimates. It's not saying that these have been added or there are concrete plans to add.
Yeah.
But this study did come out and it had, all of these timelines. We'll have this % of work done by AI by this date. And what was really interesting to me was the comparison here. The numbers are a lot bigger, like we're in the 4 trillion range. I forget where it was in the previous version of this study. But it also really scaled forward the timeline for which a lot of this will be implemented.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess is this a fair question when we're talking about the value that's going to bring?
Right.
Is how?
Yes.
How is it going to bring value to the economy?
Exactly.
How is it going to bring us that potential $4.4 trillion?
Yes.
What's the answer there?
It's massive, first of all. So, at a very basic level, the assumption here is this AI can do things either for a human, right? So I don't have to do this task anymore. I have AI do it for me, and that work is done. I can spend my time doing other higher level things, or it just makes me more productive in my role through kind of like subtasks that we can do. So the estimates here were that labor productivity growth, essentially taking the total amount of output we can do compared to the growth in the number of hours it takes to do them.
Yep.
It estimates that there is between a 0.1 and 0.6% annual additional labor productivity growth through 2040. Now, the estimates in this study could really be scaled up by using AI, not on its own, right? I ask ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever your chosen, version is.
Yeah.
I ask it something and it gives me an answer and then I go on with my day. But by integrating this into existing software, existing kind of processes, so that you don't need to just turn to ChatGPT, ask it the question, and then turn back to whatever else you were doing. So there are some upper benefits, right, that could go beyond these numbers, but they also did acknowledge that this productivity growth could really be limited by reskilling needs. So if I am not doing whatever it is that generative AI is doing for me anymore, well, I don't just automatically know how to do those other tasks that I would need to do that this can't do for me. And also by the rate of adoption. So there will need to be some capital investment in AI to get it integrated. So it again, wide variety of estimates, but at the end of the day, this increased value is just doing stuff for us.
Well, that was a fun one, but thanks for digging into the AI stuff with me today. I know that was a place of kind of discomfort for you and I, but
it's the
educational
questions that we're getting, so it's good to talk about.
I certainly learned a lot, and that's all the time we have for today on our free preview here on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to listen to this full-length episode, click on the link in the description below to learn more about our Insider Plus membership. But until next time, bye, Lauren.
Bye, Lyndsay.